the world of intrigues. In this life, I've seen several people who, there are rules of engagement. Rules of engagement. If you don't follow the rules, whatever you see. But what I want to say to you is this. Please, in your lifetime, have you ever, I have intelligent people on this platform. How many failed polygamists have you seen? How many failed polygamists have you seen? Edochie bragged. He said he is a proud polygamist. You heard him. He told us about King Solomon, but he didn't tell us how King Solomon RIP. He told us a lot of things. He in fact, it's like we've not experienced polygamy before. Like we don't know what polygamy is. He said a lot of things. But in this world, since I've been observing people who boast and beat their chest, calling themselves proud polygamists, Edochie is I think he should be given a crown of failure. If there's any crown for, maybe, I don't know what kind of crown it will be. Failure, failed polygamist. You know why? You see, if you engage another woman in your marriage and you say, yes, I want polygamy, there are ways around it, isn't it? There are ways around such. There are ways you package it. There are ways Edochie did not do it that way. No, not at all. And now that the polygamy thing is not working, I believe Edochie is supposed to have added another woman in this journey of polygamy. If truly is, how am I going to call it? If truly he wants that polygamy, like he said, if polygamy is actually what he wants in life, I'm sure that by now, Edochie should have added another woman. It should be an entourage. How can you call yourself a proud polygamist and the first said, I'm not interested? Now, Judy Austin is there. Why don't you have someone else? Why are you saying in court that you have only one wife and that wife is May, and that Judy Austin, both of you are never married, but you are just helping her and the children that she has? And the court cannot say who are the father of the kids. They can't they don't need to establish that in court. It's not, that's out of the lawsuit. Edochie, a failed polygamist. A failed polygamist. I've never ever seen such before. A man failing in polygamy. A failed polygamist. Someone who should, by this time, I mean by now, he should have probably added like 2, 3, 4. I think by now we should have like 6. All of them living together. Or probably he has houses built here and there. A failed polygamist. A failed polygamist. And I like the way May handled it. She wasn't that rash. She wasn't that too loud. She wasn't petty. She was not, she didn't speak like a low life. She only responded by saying, listen, boy, I will not be numbered. I will not be numbered. I'm not going to be part of those people I'm not going to be part of your harem. She didn't say it out of, I am angry. She spoke about love, regardless if she's angry. She spoke about empathy, regardless of if she's angry. She spoke about all of that. And she ended up with, according to the morals, tradition that I was raised in my family. She didn't say someone else's family. No, he said, the way I was raised up, this is a no-no. 2, both of us never came into this with polygamy being spoken about, hinted about. 3, my religion does not permit this. The doctrines, tenets, does not permit it. So this is a no-go area for me. She didn't say, oh, he was sleeping with the lady. Imagine, it's been 10 years. Imagine, they did a secret wedding. Imagine, look at the fact. Look at the thing. Look at this. Look at him. He's broke. He never brought enough money. She handled it with class? Was she advised? Was she tutored? Regardless, she has been able to maintain. That is what we find interesting. That's intriguing, isn't it? She has been able to maintain that classy, that silent. Whenever, she just put it out there. She doesn't want to be numbered. And that hit a lot of people like, boom. Like, She says she does not want to be numbered. She's saying what she's saying without appearing vicious. She's speaking like she's in court, arguing her case, presenting her case like, she presented it like, this is the reason behind why I cannot do this. I like that because she knows that polygamy is not new. And that brings me back to rules of engagement. Rules of engagement. If you are going to be into this, if you want to engage in this, if you want to do this, if you want to do that, there are ways around it. There are rules surrounding it. There are ways it is done. And at the end of the day, this points to nothing more than the failure. He failed in polygamy. And this has brought in, the woman that he attached to himself, coupled with how he went about it, now reduced everything positive in his life. He's owing people. The money he took off people, that's what he's living on. And I don't know how long that will last. He went to say Sai Baba to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He went to dress, with Tinubu's picture after election, campaigning after election. He did all of these things. How long will it last? How much will, how politics, the thing, how they roll. Those that went to sit in during the final tribunal for the election, how much some of them will be getting. How much can they ever give, even if it is Abuja? You know how this money trickles down. Maybe Bola Ahmed Tinubu release, let's say, for example, Bola Ahmed Tinubu release 100 million naira. Before the money gets down to number 2, it's 50 million. It gets down, it's 25 million. Before it comes down, it's 20. Before you know it, it's 5 million. How much will you Edochie get by the time the money trickles down? And the cost of living in Abuja. Let's say they got a self-contained, because they will never take pictures of themselves. It's when they go to a hotel, they rent a place and sit and take pictures. How much will it cost? Okay, let's say they pay for a year rent, or maybe 2 years. Let's pay for 2 years and try our luck. How much will it cost to pay for 2 years rent in wherever it is they are lodged in Abuja? Cost of living, feeding, eating. Okay, let's say they are managing themselves like anyhow. What about kids? Food, feeding allowance. It's not easy. Failed polygamist. You are not in the village. You don't have farms. Those ones are rich with their land. At least their kids will eat, even though they don't really have that quality of life, because you have to feed a lot of people. You have to take care of a lot of kids. Proud polygamist. Or you want that kind of life where you, Mr. No Do Good or Mr. No Good Do, you have nothing to offer the family. Your wives will work, feed their children. When you come home, you beat them if they don't give you food after you are drunk, and you lay with them and you go out again. Things have changed though. We now have smartphones such as Android. This is not 3310, Java, Nokia. No. We have Android, and the Android we have iPhone as this era is different. That's what I'm trying to tell you. If you want to do that one, maybe you go into some remote villages in some obscure parts of the world. I don't want to mention countries, not to offend people, but you have to look for some obscure places. Maybe you'll find such women.